Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to First Arena here in Elmira, New York. Welcome to the press box. My name is Jake Johnson, and I'll have this game covered for you throughout the night. Starting off, the Elmira Mammoth, they're taking on the Columbus River Dragons in back-to-back nights. Yesterday's result, the Columbus River Dragons came out with a 6-2 victory over the Elmira Mammoth. Now, yesterday, from what we've seen from this Elmira Mammoth team is they've really been able to improve each game. Starting off with last Friday's game against Binghamton, losing 10-1, then a 6-3 result the next night, and now a 6-2 result in a game that the score at one point was 2-1. Columbus had the lead, but they seem to answer back immediately every single time. So it'll be interesting to see if tonight the Mammoth can come out to a start early on and what will come of it. If they can score an early goal and try and get that early goal across and put some pressure on this Columbus team. As just under 8 minutes until puck drop here in Elmira. Let's take a look at the goal scorers from last night, starting off with the Columbus River Dragons and the second star of the night, Alex Storjahan. He put across 2 goals and he started the scoring off with the first of the game. Then a tipping goal from number 24, Michael Greco. And then Austin Day, he finished with 2 assists and 1 goal. So 3 points for him across the night. Then Josh LaBelle and Cody Rogers each added a tally of their own. And for the Mammoth, Isaiah Crawford, new to the Elmira Mammoth team, recently picked up from the Mississippi Seawolves. He scored a goal. He is out tonight due to illness. And then Yanni Liriakos, we've seen Liriakos gel really well with him and Parker Moskal. We'll see if that line continues to produce. With Isaiah Crawford getting the start last night, it's now going to be Justin Laporte, who we saw in the first 2 games, step up into that right wing side and play with that group. And starting in the net again for the Elmira Mammoth tonight is going to be Trevor McCucci. Now, McCucci gave up 6 goals last night, but you wouldn't think of it. He made some absolutely tremendous saves. He kept the Elmira Mammoth in this game when it was looking really faint for them to make a comeback. He kept this team in the game, and there was a couple turnovers in the defensive zone that just gave great chances for the Elmira Mammoth. So we're going to take a quick break here and take a look at our hype video for the season. And you see there some of the highlights from last night's game, taking a look at the Yanni Liriakos goal. Off the rebound, he was able to tuck it into the near side corner, as well as the Isaiah Crawford goal. And another thing that was noted in that highlight package was the physicality between these two teams. The first couple periods were pretty clean hockey, only 2 penalties each way. And then if you start looking at it deeper, things got a little chippy at the end of the second period and into the third period, with Yanni Liriakos getting a 10-minute major. Jay Krupp being assessed a 10-minute major. He went to the locker room early. So things got physical near the end of the game, and we'll see if that picks right back up here in the first period, and if we'll get a clean hockey game tonight. Taking a look at some of the scratches for this team, and an interesting one for the Columbus River Dragons is their captain, Josh Pietrantonio. He is not playing tonight. He's getting the scratch, as well as number 18, Justin Smith, who was scratched last night. So that means Jacob Cox will be moving into the lineup. And now, for your Elmira Mammoth, due to illness, Isaiah Crawford is going to be scratched. That puts Mason Cerrone into the lineup. And a couple new additions from last night. Tyler Becker is back in the lineup after his 1-game suspension that was served last night. Kyle Kazeroy back in the lineup. as well as number 25, Dakota Seaman, and number 67, Jakub Wolf. So those guys back in the lineup. Those are a group of guys that have been here since training camp started in Elmira. And like I mentioned, Trevor McCucci getting the start in net tonight for the Mammoth. And getting the start in net for the Columbus River Dragons, it's going to be Bailey McBurney. Now, last night was Brendan Colgan. Bailey McBurney was recently brought up from the SPHL and now playing for the Columbus River Dragons. He played 30 games for them last year, 2.70 goals allowed average, a 9.17 save percentage, and an 18-8-4 record. He played his college hockey at UMass Boston, so he's getting the start tonight. Brendan Colgan allowing 2 goals last night, and we'll see how that affects this group with a new goalie in net, and the Mammoth sticking with Trevor McCucci in between the pipes. Well, with 3 minutes until puck drop, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll have the national anthem, and then we will have puck drop here at First Arena in Elmira, New York. So don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the press box here in Elmira, New York at First Arena. We're going to get to my players to watch tonight as well as my score prediction. Last night, my player to watch, Alex Storjan, scored 2 goals and had a great night for the River Dragons. And tonight, I'm going to go with Austin Doe. Doe with 3 points last night, a goal and 2 assists. And he was a facilitator the entire night, just seemed to be absolutely everywhere for this Columbus River Dragons team. And for the Elmira Mammoth, I'm going to look towards one of the defensemen for this team, a guy that recently was just brought here from Danbury, and that's Dimitri Daniluk. Looking at his shot from the blue line, he has such a strong slap shot, and he knows where to put the puck, looking for tips out front. He's also a big-body defender that can get a lot done on the defensive side, so it'll be interesting to see how Dimitri Daniluk can play tonight. My score prediction, I'm going to go with the Columbus River Dragons in a 3-1 final. I think it'll be a lot less high scoring of a game with a new goalie for the River Dragons. And I just think that it's going to be a really low scoring game, but still Columbus has the experience on top of this Mammoth team. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get it done and how they get it done. So we're announcing the starting lineups here at First Arena. Don't go anywhere. In just a short moment, we'll have the national anthem as well as puck drop. Alexis Bradford on back-to-back nights singing the national anthem here at First Arena, and we're just seconds away from puck drop. Elmira Mammoth this season 0-3 already in the Columbus River Dragons. That was their first game last night, and they are now 1-0 on this early season. You know, talking to a lot of the guys in the locker room, they've said, I've been a part of a lot of new teams, and the early on start is not great. It takes a couple weeks to get adjusted, playing with a new group, playing under a new coach, playing on new ice, and how they're going to fare. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing from this Elmira Mammoth team. It's going to be Alex Storjahan and Parker Moskow taking the opening draw, and Storjahan wins that, plays it back for LaBelle. LaBelle immediately whiffs on it, now passes it over for Michael Greco. Greco goes over for Lane King. King picks up in the neutral zone and dumps it in the far side corner as it wraps around along the boards. Yanni Liriaco is the first to pick up. He tried to send it off the boards, but held in now. Greco shoots on, that one goes wide. Lane King shoots on, that one's blocked out in front. Tom McGuire, they're going to hand it off to Parker Moskow, and it comes out of the blue line. Greco dumps right back in. Dimitri Daniluk. Daniluk plays for Laporte, who goes for Moskow. Moskow pushed off the puck. Columbus able to get a change. Saucer pass up for Jay Krupp. McGuire sends it into the neutral zone for Michael Greco. Greco goes for Alex Vinelli. Vinelli on the near side. Off for Thomas Aldworth as that puck bounces right in front of the Mammoth bench. A shot across. Played to the blue line by Ozolinish. Now a slap shot coming. That one saved by Makuchi. And that one goes wide. Makuchi still out of the net. Now Thomas Aldworth. Aldworth for Olinish. Still kept in the offensive zone. Ozolinish. Fake slap shot coming from Krupp, and it's sent wide. Near side for Thomas McGuire. McGuire been on the ice for a while now. Vinelli. Vinelli goes over for Ozolinish. Shot on that goes wide to Makuchi. Jakub Wolf able to get it out of the zone. He's got the puck neutral ice and dumps in and chases. Bailey McBurney comes out of his net to play. Jay Krupp plays through. Down in the near side corner, Garrett Anderson. Shot on that one. Stick saved by Makuchi. Now Mason Cerrone dumps down, skating after Dakota Seaman. Seaman and Rogers battling in the far side corner. Played up by Paul Frigeau. Frigeau just dumps in. 17:56 remaining here in the first period. Now working back behind Makuchi. Frigeau comes out. A shot on that one. Goes off the bar. That one beat Makuchi. And just rings off the post. Frigeau just going to dump in off the glass. Comes out to the blue line. Alex Storjahan, he shoots on that one. Lost out in front, doesn't reach Makuchi. Now Kyle Kazeroid. Kazeroid just going to dump in. Mammoth going to get a change. Adamo Aslan plays it to the Columbus River Dragons and Paul Frigeau. Frigeau waits behind Bailey McBurney. Aslan tries to keep it in, but it's picked off there by Columbus. Now Columbus and Lane King coming the other way. A pass for Ricard Jelenkis. King whiffs on a pass, but it finds Jelenskis. King battling in the corner, gets it to LaBelle at the point. He comes over for Greco. That one's just dumped down, saved, and a rebound save as well for Makuchi. Now Alex Storjahan. Storjahan tried to wrap around, and he's knocked off the puck by Tim Payne. Damo Aslan goes into the neutral zone. He finds Brandon Beard. Beard skates in. He shoots that one, goes up and over McBurney. It's Dimitri Daniluk. He plays up for Yanni Liriakos. Laporte has to skate after, but it's picked up by Michael Greco. He goes far side for Josh LaBelle. LaBelle loses control in the neutral zone for Parker Moskow. Moskow goes up for Laporte. Laporte takes a hit. And now Yanni Liriakos in front of the net, but he shoots wide. We saw the same thing happen last night to Trevor Makuchi, and Alex Storjahan netted it in. Yanni Liriakos couldn't do the same. Moskow tries to bat out of the air, but a 2-on-1 coming the other way for Columbus. Now picked off by Amy Johnson. Johnson with a great defensive play. Laporte up for Moskal. Moskal enters the offense zone, goes for Liriakos. Liriakos for Laporte. Laporte shoots, that one doesn't reach McBurney. Skating up at Thomas Aldworth, they have a 2-on-1. Columbus shoots on, that one saved by Makuchi and just dribbles wide of the net. Moskal able to clear out his zone, he finds Johnny Liriakos. Liriakos plays it back for Daniluk. Daniluk up for Laporte. Laporte just tries to dump it in. That one's caught out of the air and played back for Vanelli. Coming the other way, this one's Jacob Cox. Battle right behind Trevor Makuchi. And it's played out for Rogers. Rogers can't keep it in the zone and it comes out. Kirk Underwood, unable to get the pass through. Kyle Kazeroid plays it in. Kazeroid shoots on, that one goes wide. Tom McGuire now on the far side, he dumps it back in. Rogers able to play it back, and down the near side go the River Dragons. It's Austin Doe. Doe enters the offense zone, tries a backhand pass, but it's stopped by Dakota Seaman. It comes right back to him in the corner. His pass across for Frageau. Frageau shoots on that one right into the chest of Makuchi, and he covers up. A lot of action in those first 5:43 of the period. So we'd like to wish Kalissa a happy birthday from Dakota Seaman here at First Arena, but that's going to give us our first immediate timeout of the game. Now let's talk about that first 5.5 minutes of this period. As there was no stoppages, a lot of back and forth action. Makuchi being tested early, Bailey McBurney being tested early, the defense being tested, and so far both teams standing still. We saw a lot of back and forth between the two clubs last night early on. We'll see if that's the same case for tonight. Mammoth retake the ice and Columbus falls shortly. Face off won by King, comes out now into the neutral zone. Cerrone skating after it, as well as Lance Hamilton. Hamilton on the forecheck, a pass out in front, doesn't reach Hamilton. Now it's Rogers. Rogers goes near side for Frageau. It's dumped over. Now played through the neutral zone. Storjahan chips in. Damo Aslan has that on his stick, but loses it. Now Tim Payne. Payne in the near side corner tries to play it over for Aslan. It does come for Damo as he just chucks it into neutral zone. Michael Greco skates back with it, tries to play it through the neutral zone, finds Storjahan. Now Jay Krupp coming out of the Columbus River Dragons bench. He walks in, he makes a move. Makuchi saves it. Puck still loose. Able to be cleared out by the Mammoth. That one sent wide over Makuchi off the back of the glass. 13:29 remaining here in the period. Out to the point for LaBelle. LaBelle shoots on, that one goes wide. Greco shoots on, that one sticked away and goes up into the netting. 13:20 remaining here in the period. Couple really good chances there for the River Dragons. Trevor Makuchi showing his efforts from last night. Face-off going to be won by the Mammoth. Tyler Becker plays it off the boards for Laporte on the far side. Laporte's pass is deflected and comes to LaBelle. LaBelle plays up for Aldworth. Aldworth skates back with it. Redirects into the defensive zone. Now skates through the neutral zone. Crosses the red. Entering the offensive zone now. Aldworth sticks with it. Tries to play it back. And it will get through. It's played for Cody Wickline. Wickline a backhand pass. He finds LaBelle. LaBelle shoots. That one's blocked by Laporte. Group goes back to LaBelle. LaBelle shoots on, that one saved by Makuchi. Cody Wickline and Kroup's shot is blocked by a stick and up into the netting. Now Casroy going to be taking the face-off here. That one's going to be won by Anderson. It's played at the point, now dumped into the near side corner. Rattles off the boards. There to play it was Vanelli. Vanelli has that one stolen by Casroy. Casroy up for Seaman. Seaman just dumps it in. McBurney pushes it to the side. Seaman plays it for Amy Johnson. Johnson going to dump that one right in. Now Yakub Wolf battling. Casroy pushed off the puck. He's going to go down by Kirk Underwood. Battle still in the corner. And it comes out for Underwood. Seaman lays the body. And it's still in the offensive zone for the Mammoth. Seaman tries to play it across. Nobody home for that pass, and it's picked up now by the River Dragons. Here comes Columbus the other way. Shot on Makuchi, and he just covers it up. Shot from the blue line from Austin Doe. Makuchi thought about maybe dropping the puck for a teammate, but by the time he looked up, whistle had blown. It's going to be Brandon Beard on the face-off with Alex Storjan. Now Tim Payne. Payne plays it for Cerrone, who kicks it off his skate for Adamo Aslan. Aslan dumps a pass up looking for Brandon Beard, just too far out of his reach. Aslan looks to get back. Alex Storjan coming into the offensive zone for King. A pass dumped down low, and Makuchi able to make a save. He's just going to cover up the puck. 11:18 remaining here in the period, and the shots are very heavily favored for the Columbus River Dragons. 11-2 right now. The Mammoth with not many great chances and a lot of pressure being put on the Mammoth goaltender. Face-off going to be won by Columbus, played out to the point. That shot from Fajo is blockered away. Fajo unable to keep it in the zone. It's played out to the neutral zone, Cody Rogers. Rogers still with it on his stick. Goes up for Aldworth. Aldworth pushed off by Becker. Becker covering on to Jay Krupp. Krupp with it on his backhand. Now he circles around and goes for a pass for Fajo on the near side. Krupp for Rogers. Rogers with a little bit of space. He shoots on that one off the post. Another ringer for the Columbus River Dragons. McGuire and Becker, a little miscommunication. Now Becker has it on his stick and plays it all the way down. .10:29 remaining here in the period, and with that icing call, that group going to have to stay on the ice. Parker Moskal taking the face off, and it's won by Columbus. Played into the far side corner. McGuire picks up. McGuire tried to play it through the neutral zone for Yanni Liriakos. Now Parker Moskal. Moskal with a bit of a breakaway down the far side. Moskal walks in. He tries to go by, and it doesn't cross the line. That puck sat there right on the red line and doesn't get across. About an inch away from the first Mammoth lead of the season. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty here. And it's going to be on Jay Krupp. We'll see what the penalty call is. Maybe delay a game as Laporte wins a faceoff and puts it on Bailey McBurney. So the first power play opportunity of the game for the Elmira Mammoth. McGuire at the blue line plays it back for Adamo Aslan. Aslan dumps down low for Moskal. Now comes for Laporte. Now for Moskal. Moskal out to the point for McGuire. McGuire walks in. He shoots and gloved by McBurney. So under 10 to play here in the period. And I believe we're going to get our TV timeout here. With the under 10-minute TV timeout. And that's going to be a 2-minute penalty to Jay Krupp for delay a game. So with the TV timeout, we're going to take a quick break here on the Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixer. We are back from the TV timeout here. So that 2-minute penalty to delay a game. Back to the Parker Moscow almost goal. The puck sat at the the red line of the net and just didn't get across. Face off won by the Mammoth. Moscow on the near side. He sends a pass across for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos to the point for McGuire. McGuire goes back for Liriakos. Liriakos across for Parker Moscow, plays it off the boards. He dumps down low for Adamo Aslan. Aslan sends it across for Liriakos. Liriakos shoots, that one's blocked. LaBelle able to get it clear. McGuire picks up in the neutral zone, new group coming on. Parker Moscow. And we are going to get a offsides call on the Mammoth. 1:10 remaining here on the power play. .9:19 remaining here in the period. Face-off going to be won by the Mammoth, picked up by Justin Laporte, who plays back for Daniluk. Daniluk over for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos across for Laporte. Laporte dumps it into the offensive zone. Played back for Becker. Under a minute now on the power play. Becker tries to keep it in, but it's sent all the way down. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. Trevor McCucci comes out of his net to play it. Now Dmitry Daniluk. Daniluk up for Parker Moscow. Moscow looking for Yanni Liriakos. He finds him down the far side streaking. Liriakos plays it for Justin Laporte. Laporte pushed off the puck by Aldworth. It's caught at the blue line by Becker. He's still unable to keep it in. 12 seconds remaining. McCucci comes out of his net to play it, plays it up for Daniluk in the neutral zone. Three seconds remaining here on the power play. It's cleared all the way down. Jay Krupp now comes out. And Liriakos shoots on Bailey McBurney, makes the catch. And drops it. Now come the other way is Edgar Zozilins. Now Aldworth. Aldworth down the far side. He's pressured by Tim Payne. 7:50 remaining here in the first period. Still 0-0. Caught at the blue line. Now dumped right back down. It comes to Adamo Aslan on the near side. Aslan spins away from a hit as he plays it for Liriakos. Too far from him is Frigeau. Plays it through. Now Jay Krupp enters in. He plays it back for Wickline. Wickline goes off the boards for Frigeau. Frigeau across a shot. That one stick saved by McCucci. That shot coming from Greco. Wolf plays it up for Dakota Seaman. Seaman takes a shot on that one's blocked by McBurney. King plays it into the neutral zone. He finds number 21, Ricard Zielinski's. Daniluk clears it in the neutral zone. Now Kyle Kazroy skating up. Kazroy with no help is a huge hits laid by Michael Greco. Lance Hamilton lays a little bit of the body down. Daniluk dumps in. That one goes wide. Ricard Zielinski's picks up in the defensive zone. 6:40 remaining in the first period. Now King. King plays it Up for Alex Storjahan. He loses control of that one. It's played back for Amy Johnson. Johnson skates behind Trevor McCucci. Johnson waits by McCucci and goes for Dimitri Daniluk. Daniluk plays in the neutral zone as it's dumped in. Josh LaBelle loses control of that one. It's going to be Brandon Beard. Beard in the near side corner. Plays it across looking for Tom McGuire. McGuire keeps it in the offense zone. His shot across is kept in. Now Becker shoots on. That one goes wide. Mason Cerrone, a late addition to this Mammoth lineup. Keeps it in the offensive zone there, and a good poke check from Brandon Beard. It's just thrown into the neutral zone. Tom McGuire's got to skate back to get it. 5:36 remaining here in the first period. Still scoreless hockey at First Arena in Elmira between the Mammoth and the Columbus River Dragons. Parker Moscow plays it in the far side corner for Yanni Liriakos. Paul Fragile beats him out to that puck and plays it for Jay Krupp. It's up for Thomas Aldworth. Aldworth skating in. He makes a move by. He shoots on. That one's still saved. And a backhand shot. That one's put in the back of the net. Just after we mention a scoreless game, a rebound chance. McCucci makes the initial save, and it's Cody Wickline who puts it away. Wickline with his first goal of the season, the Flower Mound, Texas native. Cody Wickline, another UMass Boston product, had 26 points in his 53 games played at UMass Boston, so his first professional goal in pro hockey, and it's 1-0 Columbus. Parker Moscow plays it back for Adamo Asselin. Asselin skating up with speed. And entering the offense zone are the River Dragons. Now Alex Storjahan. Storjahan walks and he shoots and scores. Alex Storjahan scores again. Storjahan with 2 goals last night. Tacks on his 3rd goal in 2 games. And it's now 2-0 Columbus as they immediately tack on another goal. Another turnover, and Storjahan has lived upon those turnovers right in front of the net. And when it was a 0-0 game at the 5:40 mark, it's now a 2-0 game at the 4:40 mark. Austin Doe plays it into the neutral zone. Becker goes off the boards, looking for Jakub Wolf, but it's played through. Comes back to Becker in the defensive zone as we do have a penalty. And it's going to be another power play opportunity coming for the Elmira Mammoth. The assist on the Cody Wickline goal goes to number 19, Thomas Aldworth. I believe the Alex Storjahan goal will be unassisted. And under 5 minutes, another TV timeout here at First Arena. So don't go anywhere. We'll see if the Mammoth can capitalize on this power play. They're 0 for 1 early on in the night. We'll see if they can make it 1 for 2. We'll be right back. And welcome back to First Arena here. Jake Johnson as the Columbus River Dragons lead this one 2-0, but a power play opportunity coming for the Elmira Mammoth. That puck dumped all the way down. Tom McGuire, the first one to it. He has Underwood on his back. Plays it for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos skating up with it. And his pass disrupted by Doe, but it comes right back to him. McGuire plays it up for Liriakos, now for Parker Moskal. Moskal entering the offensive zone. Tyler Becker, pass out in front for Liriakos, but it's cleared all the way down. Makuchi pushes it to the side, 1:20 remaining on the power play. 3:40 left here in the first period. McGuire plays it for Parker Moskal. It goes far side for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos was on his backhand, and he just flutters a puck that Bailey McBurney is able to cover up. Little pushing and shoving back behind the net with Michael Greco and Tyler Becker. .106 remaining on the power play. Under 3.5 to play here in the first period. That draw going to be won by the River Dragons and played through all the way down to Trevor Makuchi. Adamo Aslan has to go pick up. Aslan tries to get a pass. That one goes off the back of Laporte's skate. And now with that, Justin Laporte's going to head to the penalty box as he got tangled up. And it's going to be a 4-on-4 now for the next 48 seconds and a minute 12 power play for the Columbus River Dragons. Face-off going to be won by the Mammoth. Now walking up with it is Adamo Aslan. Plays it over for Brandon Beard. Laporte's 2 minutes is going to be for tripping as Thomas Alderman skates through the neutral zone. It's poked away by Adamo Aslan. Pass up for Lance Hamilton. Hamilton skating after it. He has Josh LaBelle on him. Hamilton walks towards the front. Can't get it off his tape. Comes back to Hamilton. He dumps it down low for Beard. And we're going to get another penalty here. Another one on the River Dragons. So now 4-on-3 hockey. And like I talked about in yesterday's game, it was a pretty clean first period between both these teams. And then it began getting a little chippy towards the end of the first period. And now Michael Greco is going to head to the box. So 4-on-3 hockey with 2.5 to play. Something about these last 5 minutes of every period, both teams really get a little antsy and start committing penalties. So it'll be a 4-on-3 for 7 seconds until number 23, Jake Cox, comes out of the sin bin. Face-off going to be won by the Mammoth. It's played over for Tom McGuire. McGuire goes for Parker Moskal. Moskal shoots that one, saved by Bailey McBurney. Coming out of the box is Cox. Moskal plays it all the way down. Dmitry Danilik has to pick up, so 4-on-4 hockey for at least the next minute. Yanni Liriakos skates by Cox with ease. Liriakos down the near side. He shoots on that one, saved by McBurney. And taken away as Jake Cox plays it down in the near side corner. Now it's going to be Tom McGuire. McGuire up for Danilik. Danilik shoots on, saved by McBurney. It's caught there by Frgeau. Frgeau plays it for Rogers. Rogers into the neutral zone as he crosses the red line, enters the offensive zone. He loses that one on his stick. 15 seconds left on the Justin Laporte penalty. It's played for Tom McGuire. McGuire unable to get by and covered up by Bailey McBurney. So 9 seconds left on the Laporte penalty, and there'll be 41 seconds on a Mammoth power play with 1:20 left to play here in the period. So in these last minute and 20 seconds, we'll see if the Mammoth are able to capitalize and take a positive note into the locker room. Face-off going to be won by Columbus. It's played for Lane King. King down the far side, now skates towards the middle. He plays it up for Vanelli. Laporte comes out of the box, and now a Mammoth power play for 36 seconds. It's Laporte. Laporte tries to play it for Lance Hamilton, too far from him. Mason Cerrone at the neutral zone, plays it across for Tim Payne. Payne enters the offense zone, 50 seconds remaining here in the period. Tyler Becker shoots on and an easy glove save from Bailey McBurney. So 16 seconds left on the Michael Greco penalty and 46 seconds remaining here in the period. Ronnie Liriakos loses the face-off. Stumped all the way in the corner and cleared out of the zone. Parker Mosko skates toward it, shielding his body away, but Thomas Alder with the first one of that puck. Comes to Makuchi, able to be picked up now by Parker Mosko. Columbus back to full strength here with under 30 seconds to play. .15 seconds left, Mammoth with possession. As Laporte plays it in the neutral zone, Bailey McBurney passes it off for LaBelle. 6 seconds left here in the period. It's played into the neutral zone. Storgian shoots on, saved by Makuchi. And that'll be the final horn here at the end of the first period. So after one period of hockey, the Columbus River Dragons 2 and the Elmira Mammoth 0. Your scoring recap at the end of that period. The first goal of the game scored by Cody Wickline. The assist with Thomas Aldworth. The second goal scored by Alex Storjahan, and that is an unassisted goal. So after the end of 20 minutes of play, Columbus leads this one 2-0 over the Elmira Mammoth. And like I talked about, things got a little chippy towards the end of that first period, and there was a lot more penalties. We'll see if that starts back up in the second period or what happens as we get to it. But we're going to take a quick break, and then don't go anywhere. We'll have our intermission report and the rest of this hockey game. And welcome back into the first arena press box. My name is Jake Johnson. 2-0 Columbus lead over the Elmira Mammoth. We hope you enjoyed our intermission show on the video board. Justin Laporte and Mike Cosentino ranking their top 5 fast food chains, and I was there watching them do it. It was a lot of thought. You would think there was smoke coming out of their ears when they were trying to figure out their top 5. So if I had to give a vote, I would give it to Justin. The pick of Chick-fil-A really kind of put it there for me. But let's run through some of the scores around the league. The Mississippi Seawolves up 1-0 on the Binghamton Black Bears. Binghamton won that game last night in overtime. Then you go to Danbury and Delaware. Danbury leading that one by a score of 1-0 as well. Then you have our game here, 2-0 Columbus lead, and then Port Huron and Carolina. And Carolina leading Port Huron with 7 minutes remaining in the period, 1-0. So a lot of close games around the league tonight. Those are the only 4 games in action. And my thoughts about the first period and some changes that we can see from the Elmira Mammoth. And you know, those first 15 minutes of action were some of the best I think I've seen from this Elmira team all season long. A lot of good passes, a lot of good play. The defense was looking solid. And in those last 5 minutes, we've seen it a couple of times this season, is it kind of just blew up on them. And Columbus was able to score 2 really, really quick goals as both teams are going to join the ice here. But yesterday at the end of the first period, it was a 2-0 Columbus lead. And now it's a 2-0 Columbus lead. And, you know, a couple minutes into the second period yesterday, Yanni Liriakos was able to net one for the Mammoth to make it a 2-1 game. We'll see if the Mammoth can come into the locker room with a little bit of steam, try and make this game close and keep on it. And one thing I talked about with Coach Tamaris earlier was the momentum swing. It seemed like yesterday when the Elmira Mammoth were able to net one by Yanni Liriakos, Columbus immediately scored 2 quick goals right after that. And I said, Coach, you know, normally most teams, they score a goal and the momentum is on their side. And he goes, yeah, you would think so, right, Jake? And I said, yeah. And he goes, what seems to be the issue for the Mammoth? And he goes, I think that the momentum, we have it for just a couple of seconds, and then we immediately deflate back down, which is interesting because most of the times we see a team like that, once you score a goal, you stay on it, and you can make this a tie game. But unfortunately for Elmira, that's just not something that we saw them do last night. So we'll see if they can put one across, make this a 2-1 game, and keep the momentum on their side, or if this is going to be a time where Columbus tries to run away with it. So under a minute until puck drop. We're going to take a quick break here on the Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixler. Don't go anywhere. The puck is dropped, and we are underway here at First Arena for the second period of action here in the FPHL. Faceoff going to be won by Columbus as they work their way down. Parker Moscow plays it up for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos tries to drag by, but it's stolen away. He plays it up for Parker Moscow. Moscow can't keep that on his stick as it's played into the corner. Comes all the way down. Makuchi raises his hand. And Becker touches up for an icing call. So just 30 seconds into this one, we have an offensive zone faceoff for Elmira. The shots at the end of the first period, 18-12. Columbus leads as they win that faceoff there. Now Storjahan. Storjahan plays it into the corner. Chases himself and plays it out to the point. Greco shoots on that one, saved by Makuchi. And a diving save there. Still loose out in front. And it's played out. LaBelle now. LaBelle whiffs on a shot. Now here comes Johnny Liriakos. He plays it for Tom McGuire. McGuire with some space. McGuire shoots and he goes sliding down. And covered up by Bailey McBurney. Just 1 second. Under 19 minutes here. As a fantastic chance early on for Columbus. And we're going to get a power play opportunity. Michael Greco is going to be heading to the sin bin for 2 minutes, his second penalty of the game. And we have a correction on that first goal. Cody Wickline scored the first goal of the game. The assist was Thomas Aldworth as well as Jay Krupp. Before it was just Thomas Aldworth. They seem to have added a secondary assist. So Jay Krupp gets in the assist column in this one, and Alex Storjahan still an unassisted goal. So 2 minutes for tripping to Michael Greco. And it's going to be a power play opportunity here for the Mammoth. Vanelli skates down. Vanelli enters the offensive zone. He shoots on, that one goes wide. Cucci able to get a glove on it. Dimitri Daniluk plays it between his legs for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos plays it across for Daniluk. It's up for Parker Moskal. Moskal cross-ice pass for Laporte. Laporte jams that on his tape. Play to the point, Daniluk. Daniluk shoots on, that one goes wide. Moskal plays it far side corner. Still kept in the offensive zone. Now it does come out into the neutral zone. It's Thomas Aldworth. Aldworth shoots on that one, blocked away by Makuchi. Now Moskal through the neutral zone. Moskal tried to get a pass across for Liriakos. It's picked off by Wickline. And a pass that goes all the way down. 56 seconds remaining here on the Mammoth power play. 0 for 2 already tonight. That one's Jakub Wolf has that one jump off his tape. And it's played all the way down again. Columbus picks up in the offense zone. That's Kirk Underwood. McGuire battling in the corner for it. It comes out to Paul Frigeux, who dumps it right back in. Good penalty kill thus far for the River Dragons. It's played up for Wolf. Wolf goes for Parker Moskal. Moskal for Justin Laporte, just past his outstretched stick. Now Kyle Kazeroid. Kazeroid shoot, that one goes up and over. McGuire keeps it in at the blue line. And we are going to get a whistle here. 10 seconds left here on the power play. 17:09 left in the period. And it looks like the net came off his hinges. That's what the stoppage will be for. So Greco readies to come out of the penalty box. Face-off going to be won by the Mammoth. Amy Johnson plays it up for Wolf, comes back to him. Johnson dumps it down low. Seaman unable to get it off his stick. Greco comes out of the box and rejoins his team on the ice. Kazeroid able to keep it in the offensive zone. That puck goes skyrocketing to the stands. That's a free souvenir for a fan. 16:47 left here in the period, and another good Columbus River Dragon penalty kill. Brandon Beard going to be on the face-off. LaBelle plays it through, but it's kept in the zone by Amy Johnson. His pass is picked off now with a clear breakaway, but the pass can't stay on the tape of Lane King. King tries to shoot it out in front. Nobody home. Amy Johnson being hounded defensively. He gets through. And as he works into the neutral zone, as we're going to get an offsides call there on Mason Cerrone. 16:15 here in the period. Shots are now 21-13. Columbus leads. The Mammoth have been outshot in every game this season. Now it's Tyler Becker. Becker plays it in, and Bailey McBurney comes out of his net to play it. Now LaBelle through the defensive zone. His pass goes up into the Columbus River Dragons bench. We're going to get a face-off at center ice here with a tick under 16 to play. Moscow moves out of the face-off dot. Laporte wins the draw for the Mammoth, and it's dumped back into the offensive zone. Becker tries to play it through. It's picked off by Aldereth. Aldereth goes off the bar. That's 3 today for the River Dragons. McGuire off his skate on his stick, plays it for Laporte. Laporte for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos shoots. That one's blocked by Greco. Comes out to the neutral zone. Shoveled back for Becker. Becker goes for his D-mate McGuire. McGuire tried to play it up for Laporte. Liriakos held at the blue line, and Michael Greco comes the other way. Greco into the offensive zone. His backhand pass goes wide. Now Liriakos, 3-on-2 the other way for the Mammoth. His pass for Becker. Becker shoots. That one's blocked by a diving Underwood. LaBelle coming up with it. His pass for Doe. Doe plays it back for Underwood. And Underwood tried to get into the corner, and it will. It's left off for Anderson. Anderson backhands along to the near side for Underwood. Underwood plays out to the point for Olinskis. His shots sent to the side by Makuchi. 14:40 left here in the period. Laporte tried to play it through the neutral zone, comes right to Bailey McBurney. McBurney leaves it over for Vanelli. Line change coming for both sides. Adamo Aslan. Aslan for Dakota Seaman. Seaman goes down. No call there. It's played back to the blue line for Adamo Aslan, who dumps it back down for Kazroy. Kazroy out for Seaman. Seaman shoots. That one's blocked and doesn't reach McBurney. Now Storjahan the other way for Columbus. Storjahan right through the center, and his pass is picked off. Dakota Seaman tried to saucer it up for Kyle Kazroy, but deflected off Yelensky's in the neutral zone, played back in the River Dragons defensive end. Olenish sends it down, and Makuchi plays it towards the side. Now Jakub Wolf. Wolf skating down. Wolf with speed trying to skate by and play chase. He's held off there by Frajot. Aslan dumps it right back in. McBurney has to come out of his net to play it. 13:25 remaining here in the second period. Columbus still leads 2-0. Amy Johnson backhands a pass along for Danelik. Danelik finds Lance Hamilton. It's dumped right back in. A pass sent out in front that finds the home of Mason Cerrone. Cerrone the other way. Cerrone goes off the boards. McBurney comes out of his net to play it. It's off the glass, fluttering through the air. Amy Johnson gets to that one first. Pokes it away from Aldworth. It's up for Cerrone. 12:45 left here in the period. Swatted out of the air by Hamilton in the neutral zone. Now Amy Johnson. Johnson sandwiched by 2 defenders there. Coming the other way is Krupp. Krupp dumps it in. Into the near side corner, he finds Thomas Aldworth. That's poked off his stick by Lance Hamilton. Hamilton finds Johnny Liriakos. Liriakos goes for Brandon Beard. Beard finds Liriakos. Liriakos skates in, he shoots, that one goes wide. Now Tyler Becker. Becker through the neutral zone, gets to the red line and plays it through. To the far side corner, he's looking for Parker Moscow, and it comes out now of the offensive zone. Thomas McGuire there in the neutral zone to pick up. Yanni Liriakos just chips it in. 11:55 remaining here in the period. Austin Doe. 3-on-3 the other way. Doe with a pass across. That one blocked by McGuire. Now Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos plays it for McGuire. McGuire down the far side. Pass for Parker Moskal. Moskal has that one just too far from him. Now Josh LaBelle. It's up for Becker. LaBelle catches it in the neutral zone and plays it up. Puck flying through the air. Now a battle in the near side corner. It's Laporte and Storjan. Storjan keeps it in. A turnover in the defensive zone. A pass across. Makuchi makes a great stick save. What a job from the netminder to keep this 2-0. Huge play from the Hamburg, New York native. .55 here. A lot of continuous action in the second period. Damo Aslan able to get away from Storjahan. His pass for Kazeroy sent across in the middle. Jelensky's picks off. Jakub Wolf. Wolf just dumps it in. Mac Burney comes out of his net to play it. Now Seaman. Seaman shoots on. That one's blocked. Seaman tried to send out in front, and Bailey Mac Burney covers up. And with that, at the 10:30 mark, we're going to take a quick break here on the Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixler. Don't go anywhere. So 10:30 to play here in the second period. Columbus River Dragons lead the Elmira Mammoth by a score of 2-0. Kyle Kazeroy going to be on the draw against Thomas Aldworth. Draw going to be won by the River Dragons. They come the other way with speed. It's played up now for Aldworth. Aldworth sends it through. Makuchi just covers the puck up. Some pushing and shoving coming here. Jimmy Johnson and Thomas Aldworth in the middle of it, and Aldworth sent a snowfall into Trevor Makuchi's face. So with that, the draw is going to be brought out to the neutral zone on the far side in front of the River Dragons bench. Columbus wins that, and it's sent into the far side corner. Dimitri Daniluk plays it off. Now Kazeroy the other direction. Kazeroy enters the offense zone. His pass for Wolf. Wolf can't get it off his stick. Aldworth the other way. Kazeroy pass for Wolf. Wolf stops and walks in, makes a couple fancy moves. His pass on the back door. Kazeroy couldn't get it off his stick and sends it wide. Amy Johnson plays it for Dimitri Daniluk. Daniluk just shoots on. Mac Burney stops that with a stick. As that's going to be an icing call. And with 9:37 here in the period, new groups coming on. And I believe that's going to be another media timeout as they're at the under 10-minute mark. Well, we have a second. We'll take a look at our upcoming games Next weekend, the Elmira Mammoth will be traveling to Watertown for a 2-game set with the Watertown Wolves, the reigning champs of the FPHL. And then we'll be back here at First Arena for 2 games against the Binghamton Black Bears, November 4th and 5th. Shots now 24-16 in favor of the River Dragons. Brandon Beard going to be taking the draw now for the Mammoth. As it seems like Bailey McBurney has a broken skate or an equipment issue. He's got to head to the bench to get that fixed up. It's going to be a break in the action here as they try to figure that out. No movement yet from Brandon Colgan. As it looks like this could be solved pretty easily here for Bailey McBurney. Still a delay over in the corner. While we have this moment, we'd like to thank our Elmira Legacy partners here. First Transit, Hilliard, Southern Tier Logistics, as well as Arnett Health, Lecom, and Kennedy Valve. Another reminder to follow all our social medias as well as our Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixler. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter for all your updated to-the-minute news on the Elmira Mammoth. Seems like Bailey McBurney is good to go as he's putting his helmet back on the bench. He is good to go as we are back underway here with the face-off that the Mammoth win. Becker shoots on. That was a goal! Brandon Beard with the tip-in from Tyler Becker. And it's 2-1. What a job. Tyler Becker shoots on. Brandon Beard right out in front of the net. And he's able to tip it through. Very similar to what we saw last night on the Columbus River Dragons goal was a tip-in. That was shot from the point and tipped in by Michael Greco out in front. And now it's going to be a Brandon Beard goal. And the pass coming from Tyler Becker. We'll see what the official call on it, but as the PA announcer announced here, it was a Tyler Becker goal. So we'll see what the final say from the league is. As it looked like from up here, Brandon Beard did get a deflection on that. As it's left out in front, Trevor McCucci makes a big save, and it's sent up into the netting. As of right now, it is credited to Tyler Becker with the goal, and the assists go to Lance Hamilton and Brandon Beard. We'll have to take a look back and see. And a goal immediately from the River Dragons as they respond right back. That goal from Ricards Yelenksis. And just like the other night, the Mammoth score and the River Dragons answer immediately. And it's 3-1. As that puck dumped into the corner. And another goal immediately. About 5 seconds later, it looks like Ricards Yelenksis scores again. That one just goes up and over Makuchi. And Yelenksis, in 5 seconds, has 2 goals. So it's now 4-1 Columbus. Alex Storjahan with an assist on that first goal. We'll get the assist on the second one. But the Mammoth had the momentum in their favor, and quickly, immediately, Columbus responds right back.
Columbus goal scored by number 21, assisted by number 5. Time of the goal, 11:19, second period.
Now the other way comes Kyle Casroy.
Thank you.
And we're going to get a whistle for an offsides. So Yelenksis with the goal. And the assist coming from Cody Rogers. And the time of that one is just 12 seconds later. Pass that down for Bailey McBurney. He leaves it off for LaBelle. Now Austin Doe. Doe enters the offensive zone. His pass across, walking in, shooting, and saving is Makuchi. LaBelle plays to the far side corner for Jake Cox. Cox hit by McGuire. Played up Lance Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get by LaBelle, but he stood up. Austin Doe makes a move by Tom McGuire. And Makuchi takes that puck out of the air for a stoppage. So 7:29 here in the period. And just like it seemed like last night, all the momentum was in favor of the Elmira Mammoth. Columbus answers right back with 2 quick goals. Draw one by the Mammoth, played in the neutral zone. Pass that was looking for Yanni Liriakis, played by Adam Benelli. Daniluk with that on his stick, played behind Trevor Makuchi. Looking for Yanni Liriakis, and it's picked up now and coming the other way, Alicious. That's a shot that goes wide. Played in the neutral zone. Eggers Ozelins. Now Jay Krupp working through the neutral zone. His pass for King just going to be chucked in. Daniluk tried to backhand it along, but it caught the skate of Krupp. His pass finds nobody and comes all the way down for his netminder McBurney. Columbus working through the defensive zone. As it's going to be played down with a high stick, and that'll be a stoppage in play. face-off going to be in the Elmira Mammoth defense zone. Krupp played it across, thought he had a teammate there, but he finds Kyle Kazeroid. Jakub Wolf now without his stick in the offensive zone. Wolf pass for Adamo Aslan. Now Dakota Seaman finds Wolf in the middle. Wolf backhands it for Seaman. Seaman to pass across for Tim Payne. Payne shoots on that one's blocked and goes up into the crowd. So a draw now in the Elmira Mammoth offense zone. 5:46 to play in this one. Beard took a shot right off the draw. Goes over Mac Burney's head. Josh LaBelle being chased by Hamilton. Stolen by Mason Cerrone. Cerrone shoots and it's a broken twig in half. Now LaBelle. LaBelle the other way makes a move by a diving Brandon Beard. Excuse me, that's Tyler Becker. He shoots and scores. Josh LaBelle goes top shelf and tallies his second goal in as many days. So with 5:17 to play, it looks like we're going to get a goalie change coming here. It's going to be Mike Cosentino coming in between the pipes. Trevor McCucci off to the bench. McCucci. McCucci played very well in the last 2 days. The goal numbers don't show it, but these two games could be a lot worse than a 6-2 deficit defeat and a 5-1 deficit. Trevor McCucci left out to dry a couple times by his defense. So it'll be a Josh LaBelle goal, assist by Austin Doe. Now in the neutral zone, Yanni Liriako's working with the puck. Yanni Liriako's tried to send it out in front, looking for Laporte, but Lane King right there. Alex Storjahan, a pass across for King. Under 5 minutes to play now here in the period. Laporte up for Liriakos. Just too far from him. Now Columbus the other way. Parker Moskal able to get his skate in front of that and deflect into the far side corner. Comes out of the neutral and Justin Laporte picks up. Laporte pass for Liriakos. Now Paul Frigeau the other way. Frigeau skating in. Amy Johnson face guarding him. He friends out in front and goes 5-hole on Mike Cosentino. Alex Storjahan now with 4 goals in 2 days. It's now 6-1. River Dragons lead. .410 remaining here in the period.
by number 7 and 39. Time of the goal, 15.
So it's going to be assisted by Paul Frageau and Lane King. Both guys getting their first assist of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say, Melee power play?
And I believe that's going to be now a power play for Elmira. Paul Frageau heads to the box. Not sure what the call's going to be. Tim Payne skating up with us. So 2-minute power play here for the Mammoth. Payne tries a wraparound. That chance stolen and cleared all the way down. Adamo Aslan picks up for Dakota Seaman. Seaman plays up for Payne. Payne enters the offensive zone. Now has to play it back for Adamo Aslan. Aslan making moves by. He sends it across. Bailey McBurney with a save.
Columbus penalty number 7. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. That's number 7. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
Shot on by Payne. That one's sent out wide. It's going to be 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct to Paul Frageau. Had to have said something to the officiating crew. 1:08 remaining here on the power play. 3:16 remaining in the period. Now coming the other way for the Mammoth is Sam Halessi. Haven't seen a lot of Sam Halessi tonight. .45 seconds remaining here on the power play. Payne goes up for Liriakos. Liriakos goes back for Payne. Payne over for Adamo Aslan. Aslan makes a move by, now plays up for Parker Moscow, goes for Laporte. Laporte enters the offensive zone. Skates by McBurney. On the far side comes from Liriakos. Dimitri Danilik takes a shot, that one's blocked. Now Laporte. Laporte walking in the far side corner. He goes down hard. 8 seconds remaining on the power play for the Mammoth. Moscow shoots, and that one's gloved by Bailey McBurney. So 3 seconds left on the power play. And with that, we're going to take another media timeout here with 2:13 left here in the period. Columbus leads 6-1. We'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Rouge Flyers Supercam. Let's see those beautiful babies, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Susan Mitch has got one over there. The Supercam brought to you by Rouge Flyers.
And welcome back to the Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixler. Face-off coming in the Elmira Mammoth offensive zone. 6-1 Columbus lead, just 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the second period. Moscow loses the draw. Columbus back to full strength now. They take a shot on Cosentino with the save. Another shot and a goal. A rebound chance that's put away by Michael Greco. And it's 7-1 Columbus. So Michael Greco with his first goal of the night. We'll see who the assists go to on that one. So with under 2 minutes to play, it's a 7-1 Columbus lead. Shot on Cosentino, he makes the save. Now Seaman. Seaman working up with it. His pass is blocked by Garrett Anderson. Anderson avoids a hit, now enters the offensive zone. His pass back from McGuire. And that one, Jelensky's battles for. I believe we're going to get an offsides call with 1:21 to play. The assist on that goal, the assist is going to go to Michael Greco. Kirk Underwood with finding the back of the net. His first goal of the night, his first goal of the weekend. So Greco receives the assist. Shot on, that one's blocked. Coming the other way is Lance Hamilton. Hamilton tried to make a move by Vanelli. Vanelli gets his skate in front of it. Hamilton goes down hard in the corner. Coming the other way is Jelensky's. Under a minute to play here in the period. Jelensky shoots on. That one blocked by Tim Payne. Goes off the side of the netting. Coming away with his Danelik, under 30 seconds left here in the period. Now Brandon Beard. Beard stood up by Vanelli. And coming the other way, this one's Cerrone. Cerrone shoots on that one just off the side of the shoulder pad of McBurney. Under 10 seconds to play here in the first period. It hops over the stick of Yanni Liriakos. And just content to play in the back with it, Adam Vanelli. And that's going to be the horn to signal the end of the second period here at First Arena. So at the end of 40 minutes of hockey, Columbus 7, Elmira 1. And at the beginning of this period, it was a 2-0 deficit for the Elmira Mammoth. They were able to claw their way back in it, making it 2-1. And then 5 unanswered goals from the Columbus River Dragons make this 7-1. And as you heard it here, it's a mountain to climb for Elmira. They haven't scored more than 2 goals in a season yet this year. We'll have to see if the Mammoth can mount a little bit of a comeback. As that's going to do it from the press box here at the end of the second period. Columbus leads 7-1. Don't go anywhere. We still have the third period of action here in the period. Welcome back to the First Arena Press Box here in Elmira, New York. I'm Jake Johnson, and we have a 7-1 game on our hands. Columbus leading the Elmira Mammoth. Let's check some scores around the FPHL tonight. 4 games going on. Watertown versus Motor City, the most recent one. It was a puck drop that was late at 7:30. That's a 2-2 game in Watertown with just under 2 minutes to play in the first period. Binghamton and Mississippi. Mississippi out to a 5-3 lead over the Binghamton Black Bears. A game that ended last night with the Binghamton Black Bears winning in overtime 4-3. Danbury taking on the Delaware Thunder. Danbury winning that one 5-3 over the Delaware Thunder. Our game here in Elmira, 7-1 Columbus leads, as well as Port Huron versus Carolina. Carolina leading that one with 15 minutes remaining in the third period, 4-3 over the Port Huron Prowlers. And here at First Arena, the Elmira Mammoth able to tack on a goal to make it a 2-1 deficit. Very similar to last night, they were able to score early on in the second period, and the Columbus River Dragons continued to pour it on, scoring 5 unanswered goals, one of them within 11 seconds of the one prior. Running through the goals from that last period, it's going to be Alex Storjahan with an unassisted goal. Richard Jelenskis from Alex Storjahan. Richard Jelenskis from Cody Rogers. Josh LaBelle from Austin Doe. And Kirk Underwood from Michael Greco. And your lone goal for the Elmira Mammoth, a goal that I believe was scored by Brandon Beard on a tip-in, is credited to Tyler Becker. We'll have to see if that's the final score line of that. But I believe it's a Brandon Beard goal with the assist coming from Tyler Becker and Lance Hamilton. We'll see what the final decision on that is, as both teams retake the ice here with just under 2 minutes until the start of the third period. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. And welcome back into the First Arena Press Box. Jake Johnson here for the third period of action between the Elmira Mammoth and the Columbus River Dragons. A big mountain to climb for Elmira to try and get back into this one, as they are down 7-1 to the Columbus River Dragons. The lone goal coming from Brandon Beard back early on in the second period. Waiting for the officiating crew, Michael Cosentino back out as I'm getting word from our equipment manager, Mackie Donner, that was a Beard's goal with a Becker assist. And I believe exactly what he's telling me is that's what I called it as, and we'll have to get that fixed by the league. as it looks like there's some cleaning to be done. Bailey McBurney getting his net cleaned out. Michael Cosentino back in net. Parker Moskowitz wins the draw for the Mammoth. Comes over for Yanni Liriakos. His pass for Parker Moskowitz just too far. It's dumped back down into the corner. King battling with Dmitry Daniluk. The puck does come out as everyone's standing there, and the puck did work its way through. Played back by Cosentino. Amy Johnson goes to pick up in the far side corner. Plays for Beard. Beard with a pass up for Liriakos. Liriakos enters the offensive zone, goes for Moskowitz. Moskowitz down for Liriakos. Liriakos a pass out in front, and Brandon Beard can't connect. Slap shot from Payne. That one's blocked. Now one-on-one the other way, Thomas Aldworth. Aldworth, he shoots on. That one goes up and over Cosentino. Wickline tries to send it out in front, but finds a sticky Yanni Liriakos. Now the other way goes Tim Payne. Payne enters the offensive zone. Plays it along the boards into the far side corner for Brandon Beard. Now Wickline. Wickline at a 2-on-2, tried to go for Underwood, and we're going to get an icing call. 18:41 here in the period. Excuse me, that'll be an offsides at 18:41. Loving the face-off draw right in front of the Elmira Mammoth bench. Kyle Casper going to be taking the draw against Kirk Underwood. Benelli slap shot. That one goes up and over Cosentino off the glass. Laporte avoids a hit. And Garrett Anderson goes the other way. Now Adam Benelli. Benelli plays it through the neutral zone. His pass underneath the stick of Austin Doe. Kyle Casroyd loses it at the blue line. Now Doe the other way. Doe with a pass for Underwood. Unable to control it. Now Rogers enters back in. It's going to be Justin Laporte. Laporte plays it back for Payne. Payne looking for Wolf, unable to get it to him. Picked off now Lane King the other way. Now Payne. Payne sends it through. Goes back to Becker in the neutral zone. It's caught out of the air by Dakota Seaman. Trying to find Lance Hamilton down low. Hamilton a pass out for McGuire. McGuire goes over for Becker. And Becker shoots and McBurney makes the catch. But we're going to have a power play opportunity for Elmira.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mammoth power play.
So it'll be a Mammoth power play as Alex Storjon heads to the penalty box. Laporte loses that face-off, and Bailey McBurney just covers up. So 2 quick stoppages, only 6 seconds gone on the power play.
Columbus penalty number 4, 2 minutes for hooking. That's number 4. 2 minutes for hooking, time of penalty, 2:40, third period.
Hooking going to be the call for Alex Storjahan. Yanni Liriakos unable to keep it in front of him. A foot race now the other way. It's Cox. Cox and McGuire. He shoots on, stick saved by Cosentino. McGuire plays it far side. Picked up by Paul Frgeau. Frgeau sends it out in front. Cox playing with it on a stick, can't keep it off. And it's sent down. Rogers in the defensive zone. Sends it all the way down for Cosentino. Tom McGuire picks up. McGuire's pass, tipped by Anderson. Another good job on the penalty kill by Columbus. Owning time of possession here on this Mammoth power play. 1:07 left on the Sturgeon hooking call. Anderson skates in. Now Yanni Liriakos for Parker Moskal. Moskal enters the offense zone, just going to dump it in. Finds Yanni Liriakos down the near side, who goes back for Moskal. And it's played up for Anderson. Anderson for Underwood. Daniluk lays a hit there. Moskal now. Moskal goes down on a hit from Greco. And it looks like we're going to have another penalty. This one going to go on Elmira. I believe this one will be called on Parker Moskal. So Parker Moskal now heads to the penalty box, and it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for the next 27 seconds. And we've seen the Mammoth on these power plays get owned with time of possession and a couple times commit their own penalty to make it a 4-on-4.
Time of that penalty is 4:13, third period.
Vanelli. Hands off now, Cox. Cox down the far side. Cox shoots on that one, saved by Cosentino. Becker skating up with it. 6 seconds left on the storage hand penalty. Payne lays the body to Cox. Played up for Jakub Wolf. Wolf shoots on that one, saved by Mac Burney. And out comes storage hand, so 1 minute and 31 seconds. As we have some tangling in front of the net. Jakub Wolf goes down. And heading to the box is going to be number 13, Eggers Ozilins from Latvia. So immediately after Alex Sturgeon comes out of the box, he's going to be joined by Parker Moskal, or he's going to be joined by Eggers Ozilins. Parker Moskal still in the penalty box for the Mammoth. So 1:31, now 2 minutes, so 4-on-4 hockey, and then it'll be a power play for the Mammoth. 15-17 remaining here in the period as Rogers skates up with it. Stick goes flying through the air. As that one whiffed upon. Now for Joe. Joe with a pass across for Sturgeon. It's going to be 2 minutes for roughing call to Eggers Ozilins. For Joe. Down the far side goes for Rogers. Rogers dumps it down low. Sturgeon can't keep his stick on it now for Joe. For Joe for Rogers. And Sturgeon now goes down. It's Dimitri Daniluk the other way. 14:33 here in the period. He goes for Amy Johnson. And we're going to get an offsides call at 14:29. I believe that'll be a media timeout here at First Arena. And with that, we'll take a quick break as we thank our hometown heroes with respect, honor, and gratitude. We thank you for all you've done and your service. during the break, we had a too many men on the ice call. So Jay Krupp going to be serving that. So now a 4-on-3 for the Elmira Mammoth, with the possibility of a 5-on-3 when Parker Moskow comes out of the box. So Brandon Beer going to be taking the face-off. He wins that, plays it out for Becker. A lot of room on the ice now with the 4-on-3. Becker at the blue line goes for Hamilton. Hamilton goes back for Becker. Becker over for McGuire, who comes back to him at the blue line. Working the point, Hamilton now in the left face-off dot. Becker across for McGuire. McGuire switches places as he skates in. McGuire has that one just too far from him. Now Kirk Underwood the other way. Underwood enters the offensive zone. Avoids a hit, but Lance Hamilton able to pick his pocket. 6 seconds remaining on the Parker Moskow penalty. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for the Mammoth. 5-on-3 opportunity. Brandon Beard plays it back for Becker. Becker dumps it into the far side corner. Finds Beard. Beard switches places with him, goes for Becker. Becker dumps it down low for Lance Hamilton. Hamilton goes for Parker Moskow. Moskow working behind Bailey McBurney. He goes to the far side, leaves it for Beard. 6 seconds left on the Ozolinish penalty. And it's cleared down. Moskow catches it in the neutral zone, plays up for Becker. Becker tries to avoid a hit, and it's picked off by Aldworth. So another power play coming for 42 seconds. Aldworth goes down, McGuire with the steal. Ozolinish takes it back. He throws across. Aldworth right there, goes for Vanelli. Vanelli shoots on that one's blocked by Beard. 23 seconds left here on the power play for the Mammoth. 7-1 game with 12:50 remaining. Moskow tried to play it up for Beard. It's stolen away now. Jacob Cox. Cox whiffs on a shot. Now Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos is going to go down as he plays it for Adamo Aslan, and the power play now over, back to even strength. Coming the other way, Mason Cerrone with a 2-on-1. Cerrone with a pass for Moskow, and that one goes up and over. Cerrone keeps it in the offensive zone. Seaman skating after it. Seaman dumps it down in the far side corner. Cerrone tried to play it to him, but it's stolen away. Sam Halessi plays it for Cerrone. Cerrone tried to dump it out in front. Now Halessi shoots on, that one's blocked. Another shot by Halessi. Doesn't reach McBurney. Aslan tries to dump it in, but Cody Wickline right there. Wickline for Cox. 3-on-2 the other way for the River Dragons. Cox sends it in for Wickline. Tried to send out in the center, but nobody home. Cerrone whiffs, and now Cerrone goes down hard. Big hit there from Greco. LaBelle working through the defensive zone now. Plays it off, it's Storjahan, and we're going to get some action over in the corner. It's Tyler Becker and Jay Krupp. Gloves flying all over the place. Becker on top of Krupp. 11:16 remaining here in the period. So Tyler Becker going to be sent to the penalty box. Jay Krupp going to be sent right the other way. So 11-7-16 remaining in the period. Columbus leads 7-1. And it doesn't look like there is going to be a penalty to Jay Krupp here. It's just going to go to Tyler Becker, so a power play opportunity now for Columbus. Lane King walking down. Now he skates behind Cosentino. Sends it out in front. Shot on Cosentino. He covers up. It's going to be 2 minutes to Tyler Becker for roughing. Columbus leads this one in shots, 37-24 over the Mammoth. Now King. King out to the point for LaBelle. LaBelle shoots on that one, blocked by Wolf. Back to LaBelle at the point. He goes down low. It's King in the face-off dot. Played for Storjan, who comes for LaBelle, who's working the point at the blue line. Over for Storjan on the far side, back to the point. LaBelle whiffs on a shot. It's kept in, though. Now Jelensky's. Played over for King. King shoots on that one's blocked. Cosentino with the puck in front of him covers up. So 10:30 remaining here in this game. Columbus still leads 7-1 over the Elmira Mammoth. So now Tim Payne in the corner. He goes down, and it looks like we're going to get a hooking call now on Columbus. That one's going to go to Austin Doe. So it's going to be a 4-on-4 here for 1:08 with Tyler Becker in the box, and then for 52 seconds a Mammoth power play. So Brandon Beard loses the draw, and it's played up for Kirk Underwood. He's got Wickline with him, and he goes to Wickline. Underwood plays towards the middle. He's got Vanelli. Vanelli makes a move by, goes towards Cosentino, sends it off the post. Beard wraps it around the boards. Now Wickline up for Ozolinish. Linish leaves it back for Vanelli. That one's shot on, blocked away by Cosentino. Two players collide down on the other end. Tom McGuire enters the offensive zone. McGuire shoots on. That one's saved by Mac Burney. Brandon Beard fighting for it, gets it out to the blue line for Daniluk. Daniluk with a pass across from McGuire. What a find! But unable to do anything with it. Becker out of the box in 12 seconds for a Mammoth power play. Now it's a Mammoth power play for 48 seconds. Becker plays it over for Daniluk. Daniluk up for Mason Cerrone, who chips it in off his stick. 9 minutes remaining now in the period. It's cleared all the way down. Cosentino makes a save and leaves it for Daniluk. Dimitri Daniluk now skating up with it. Goes D to D with Emmy Johnson. Johnson goes for Daniluk. Daniluk now over for Lance Hamilton. Hamilton skating in. He looks for a wraparound. Tried to send out in front. Nobody home. It's cleared out now. 6 seconds remaining on the Mammoth power play. It's sent in now. Yanni Liriakos. Coming out of the box is Austin Doe. Tim Payne skating in. He's in the far side corner working the puck. 8:15 remaining here in the period. Yanni Liriakos catches that puck out of the air. Goes off the boards looking for Sam Halesi. Paul Frigio dumps it in the far side corner. That one's picked up there by Rickard Jelenka. Shot on that one goes up and over from Storjahan. Pass for Parker Moskal goes wide. Now Paul Frigio picks up in the defense zone, goes for Greco. Greco up for Lane King. King with a pass for Storjahan off the boards. Storjahan plays it in the far side corner. Up for Beard. Beard goes for Adamo Aslan. Now Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos skates in the offensive zone. Bodies all around him from Columbus. His fast goes through the legs of Tyler Becker and skates into the defensive zone. Adamo Aslan skating up. Now Jay Krupp. Kirk Underwood skating up. Underwood takes a shot. That one's saved by Cosentino. With 6:51 to play here in the period. And with that, we get another media timeout here. We'll take a quick break. 6:51 to play. Columbus leads Elmira 7-1. And welcome back after that media timeout. Face-off draw coming. That one going to be won by Columbus. Josh LaBelle shoots on, gloved away by Mike Cosentino. Face-off won by Columbus. Greco goes over for LaBelle. LaBelle shoots on. That one goes wide. Or for Austin Doe. Greco shoots. That one also goes wide off the back of the boards. Laporte for Wolf. Wolf, his pass deflected by Austin Doe, came into the neutral zone for Tyler Becker. Becker flips it in to the far side corner. Comes back. Tom McGuire now has to pick up in the far side defensive corner.
Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
6 minutes remaining here in the game. Justin Laporte. Laporte skates in the offensive zone, has it on his backhand, now to his forehand. Tries to make a move, goes 5-hole. He skates in. And a shot that's blocked by Mac Burney. Cerrone tried on the rebound, but it was poked away into the corner. It's played down in the neutral zone. Tyler Becker skating up. He goes over for Danilic. Danilic over for Dakota Seaman. Becker with it on his stick. He shoots. And saved by Bailey McBurney. 43 shots for the Columbus River Dragons compared to the 26 by the Elmira Mammoth. 5.5 to play here in the period. Mason Cerrone going to be taking the draw. Draw won by the Mammoth. Lance Hamilton shoots, and that one's covered up. Going to be another face-off in the offensive zone for Elmira. That draw going to be won by Columbus as they work out of the defensive zone with it. It's Alex Storjahan. Comes down, Mike Cosentino covers the puck up. .5:15 to play here in the third period. The Mammoth in danger of falling to 0-4 to start the season. Columbus 2-0. Shot on. Owens left out in front. Still loose out in front, and Cosentino just covers the puck up. Grabs it with his blocker. And another quick stoppage of play. In the near side corner goes Lane King. King tried to find a centering pass. Plays it back for Storjan. Storjan working behind Mike Cosentino. Shot on. Cosentino makes the save. And we got a fight coming here. Storjan playing with Mike Cosentino. And Cosentino just gets absolutely leveled from behind. A very dirty play coming there from Eggers Ozelins. Just absolutely levels Mike Cosentino from the back. Mike Cosentino just gets absolutely leveled with his body facing the other direction. Ozelin's going to head to the box for sure. We'll see if anything comes of it on Mike Cosentino's side. I'd imagine that's got to be a 10-minute major as well as a suspension. To take a shot like that to the netminder. We'll see if anything comes of it. Alex Storjahan also going to be joining Ozelins in the box. Becker having a conversation now with the official. Cosentino headed back to his net. We got sticks everywhere. The net off his hinges. Mike Cosentino took exception to the guys in front of his net. And Eggers Ozelins just put an absolute body on the netminder. Still some discussion here. It looks like Yanni Liriakos is going to be in the penalty box now for the Mammoth. And like I figured, Eggers Ozelinish is going to be heading for the showers a little early. Team owner and my boss, Steve Donner, out there opening the doors. He's a do-it-all type of guy for the Elmira Mammoth. So it's going to be 5 minutes issued to Eggers Ozelins. Alex Storjan also going to be sitting in the box, as well as Yanni Liriakos. So it looks like it'll be a 5-on-4 for the rest of this game for Elmira. Storjahan's going to be a 2 minutes for roughing penalty. And 5 minutes for charging to Eggers Ozelinish. And Yanni Liriakos gets to 2 minutes for roughing call. So this game will end on a power play for the Elmira Mammoth with 5-on-4. As the puck is dropped and cleared out. And we're going to get a stoppage of play as it touched up in the Columbus River Dragons bench. Laporte wins the draw, and official said that was my bad. So face-off going to be coming in the neutral zone. Laporte wins the draw. It's played back to him in the defensive zone. 4:34 remaining in this game. He plays up for Kyle Kazeroid. Kazeroid now skating down the far side, tries for a centering pass. Wolf plays to Aslan at the blue line. Aslan goes for Justin Laporte. Laporte tried to find a cross pass for Kazeroid, and it's picked off by Day. Underwood now. Sent it out in front, but it hops over the stick. Now Adamo Aslan takes over. 4:05 left to play in this game. Adamo Aslan plays for Wolf. Wolf for Kazeroid. Kazeroid shoot, that one goes wide. Becker just going to dump it down into the near side corner. Laporte chases, but it's picked up by Cox, who clears the zone. Becker now. Becker skates in front of Cosentino. Thinks wisely of it and turns around. Comes near side and he loses the puck. Cosentino's got to get it clear, and he does. Becker with almost a costly error there for Elmira. Now Mason Cerrone enters the offensive zone. He tries to find Hamilton. Hamilton with a centering pass. Laporte gets to it. McGuire plays in the far side corner for Mason Cerrone. Cerrone goes out of the point for Parker Moskal. Moskal dumps it low for Laporte. Now it's played for Cerrone behind Mac Burney. Laporte shoots on. Now into the side of the net. Now Laporte out for Moskal. Moskal whiffs on a shot, and he just dumps it in the corner. Cerrone takes a blow there from LaBelle. He's able to get it to Laporte. Laporte held up on the glass, tries to kick it to Cerrone, and it comes out now for Cox. Cox just going to clear it. That one goes off the top of the glass. Change is coming for Columbus. 2:37 left here in the game. New changes coming here for Elmira. Played back for Greco on the near side. Greco sends it all the way down for Cosentino off the side of the netting. Moskal goes to pick up. 2:10 remaining in this game. It's played for Beard. Beard tried to take a shot. He whiffs on that one, and it's cleared out again. Cosentino comes out of his net to play it. 1:56 remaining here in the period. And it looks like we are going to have a penalty. So Kyle Kazeroid now. Kazeroid tries to play it back for Wickline. And we're going to get the whistle here with 1:44 to play. So we'll see what the penalty is. And it'll be 5-on-3 hockey. And it'll be cross-checking after the media timeout here. You look at our upcoming games. Next weekend, the Elmira Mammoth will be in Watertown taking on the Watertown Wolves for a 2-game set. And then back here at First Arena Friday, November 4th and Saturday, November 5th against the Bigfoot Black Bears. So as you heard it there, Ricard Jelenskis is going to be headed to the box for 2 minutes for cross-checking. We'll see if the Mammoth can end this night on a happy note. So Vanelli loses control of that one. It's Adamo Aslan for Liriakos. Liriakos over for Parker Moskal. Moskal for Aslan. Plays back for Moskal on the far side. Moskal shoots right in the chest to Bailey McBurney. 1:28 remaining here in the game. This game will finish out on a 5-on-3 unless we see some penalties. Laporte going to be taking the face off. Face off won by the Mammoth. Wolf goes down and it'll be another penalty. That'll be a tripping call on number 7, Paul Frageau, becoming a party over here in the Columbus River Dragons penalty box at the end of this game. Still going to be a 5-on-3. See if the Mammoth can capitalize on one here. Brandon Beer going to be taking the face off. He wins the draw, comes out for Parker Moskal. Moskal over for Liriakos. Liriakos goes back to Moskal. Moskal's over for Adamo Aslan, who goes for Liriakos. Now back to Moskal in the middle. Now Liriakos shoots that one, saved. And covered up by a diving Bailey McBurney. Now 1:08 to play left here in the game. And Bailey McBurney still down on the ice. There's trainer Sarah. He's going to be brought over to look at the goaltender, Bailey McBurney. He's still laying flat down on the ice there. We hope everything's okay for the netminder, who faced 30 shots today, only allowed 1 goal all day. He's been rock solid in net thus far for the Columbus River Dragons. He seems to be up and okay. He'll get a drink of water and head back in between the pipes. So 1:08 to play here in the rest of this game. Columbus leads this one 7-1 over the Elmira Mammoth, as I mentioned before. Looking forward to next weekend in Watertown against the defending champs. And we are going to have a goalie change. Brendan Colgan takes over for the last minute and 8 seconds of this one. Colgan got the start last night. Halessi plays it back for Brandon Beard. Beard out for Halessi. Halessi gets it back for Beard. Now for Yanni Liriakos. And it doesn't appear that the clock was moving. So we'll get a start back on the clock. See how much time winded down. I believe it was probably a good 15 to 20 seconds. So it'll be 55 seconds now on the clock. So 13 seconds ran off the clock. Beard loses that face-off as it comes into the neutral zone. Storjan with speed. Storjan shoots. Big leather save there from Michael Cosentino. Liriakos walks in the offensive zone. Pass across, that one's blocked and comes in the neutral zone. Parker Mosko must go pick up. 30 seconds remaining here in this one. Mosko keeps it on his stick, plays across for Yanni Liriakos. Liriakos shoots on, that one goes wide. 20 seconds left in this one. Pass out for Halesi, goes for Liriakos. Liriakos shoots. That one's saved by Colgan, and he covers up 11.1 remaining in this one. So the Mammoth are going to fall to 0-4 to start their young season as a new franchise. Columbus moves to 2-0. They have a long road trip back to Columbus, Georgia. Played out by Beard. Liriakos goes for Mosko. Mosko walks in, tries to wrap it around and scores. Parker Mosko with 3 seconds remaining, and the Mammoth can head into their locker room with a positive note to end this one. It's going to be a power play goal for Elmira. It's now 7-2. Parker Mosko gets his first goal on the season. That puck is dropped, comes down to Colgan, and covers up. And I believe that will be the end of this one. The clock didn't start, but I think both sides are going to empty the bench and call it a day. So Parker Mosko ends this one on a happy note for the Mammoth fans that were here, tacking on an extra goal. And the Columbus River Dragons come up north to New York and go 2-0 on the trip. So that's going to do it here from First Arena. After 60 minutes of hockey, Columbus takes this one 6-2 over the Elmira Mammoth. And that final goal, Parker Mosko with the goal, and Brandon Beard tacks on the assist, his second point of the night. And I believe we do have it corrected. Brandon Beard with the goal early on the tip-in. Tyler Becker and Lance Hamilton with the assist. And let's run through our scoring tonight. As I just mentioned, Brandon Beard with the goal for the Mammoth, Tyler Becker and Lance Hamilton with the assist, Parker Mosko with a goal, and Brandon Beard with an assist. And then you look at Columbus starting this one off hot. It was Alex Storjahan from Lane King and Paul Frigeau. Cody Wickline would add a goal from Thomas Aldworth and Jay Krupp. Alex Storjahan on an unassisted goal. Then Ricard Zielinski's would tack on 2 with the assist from Alex Storjahan and Cody Rogers respectfully. Then Josh LaBelle and Austin Doe. And then to end it, Kirk Underwood from Michael Greco to make this a 7-2 final. That's going to do it for us for here at First Arena, but make sure you follow along all season long. We'll be on the road next week at Watertown against the Watertown Wolves. We'll have that game on our Elmira Mammoth Mixler, and stay tuned on all our social medias for the upcoming news and events of all things Elmira Mammoth. My name is Jake Johnson, and that's going to do it here from the First Arena press box. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Everyone have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next weekend. Thank you.